You already know what it is. Lethal Town 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Yo, so game day. Philadelphia Eagles versus the Minnesota Vikings. And we all know how the last time we were in the Minnesota stadium, what happened there. So it's a homecoming for us. But we got to make sure we get the Vikings this time because they got us the last time. So, I haven't made a video. This will be my first video this week, so apologize about that. Still suffering from sinus infections and stuff, so trying to get over that. But it's game day, so gotta get ready. But so a lot of things happen. Corey Clement is on the IR. He's now on the injured reserve list, and they have promoted Boston Scott. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be on special teams in the return game. I don't know if they're going to work him into the running back rotation. I don't think so. Corey Clement wasn't, so I don't think they'll work in Boston Scott. But considering that Sproles and Clement are out, I mean, there's no telling. So we'll see if he's worked into the run game. But the thing is like, what's going to be the game plan? I think at this point the game plan is, I don't think Minnesota's going to give up the deep ball. I know we haven't really gone for it that much. We did more in the Jets game, but I think they're going to continue to work underneath the defenses and take what the defense gives them. Like, Carson has to make sure he gets the ball out quick. He can't hold on to the ball too long. So, I mean, if he's got somebody out in the flat, or running back out in the flat, or a swing pass, or what have you, they're definitely going to have to utilize those. They're going to have to utilize some running back screens, or even some wide receiver screens. The wide receiver screens that we had against the Jets, they worked pretty good, throwing to Alshon Jeffrey twice. So we gotta work on those. I think we gotta utilize the screens. So, I mean, because what are we facing? We're facing Michael Kendricks' brother. I think his name is Kyle. But regardless, him and Anthony Barr, they solidify that linebacking core. And so, will we be able to establish our dominant running game? Well, with LeGarrette Blount, it was all about power. So we're going to have to, if we're going to go through them, we're going to have to use our power running game, which is with Jordan Howard at the lead, and switch it up with Miles Sanders. Hopefully he can create something. The only thing with Miles Sanders is that he likes to jump cut a lot, and I think he just has to take one cut. I mean, he'll get used to it. I think he'll get used to it. So, he's just gotta work in it more. It looks like he's getting better, so that's promising. So I mean, that we gotta look forward to that. We gotta make sure our O-line gets good push up front in the trenches, and we have to be able to run the ball on these guys. Stuff it down their throat. That's the best way to stay in the game, stay balanced, and take time off the clock. Because we can do that, we're definitely winning this game. Right now, I just think it could go either way. It's a toss 'em, or pick 'em, or however you want to call it. I just say it's a toss up. I think at this time, or at this point, I think we have a little bit of the edge, because we're number one in run defense, but we can't defend the pass very well. So, but just looking at the Minnesota Viking defense, their corners, Trey Waynes and Xavier Rhodes, they're going to be going up. I think Rhodes is going to be on Alshon, I believe, and then Waynes is either going to have Nelly or Mac Hollins, and that worries me a little bit. because that's gonna hurt our passing game as far as the ball going to our wideouts. But I think with Ertz, and they can't cover everybody, so if they try to, stop Alshon, I think that'll open up everything for Ertz. If we get this running game established, that'll open up everything in the middle. I think we have to attack the middle on the Minnesota Viking defense. But so we'll see what Doug plans from there. And like I said, you have the power running back as Jordan Howard, then you'll have Miles Sanders for the changeup, and maybe occasionally Boston Scott. But definitely, I'm not sure if our receivers can. Or I know I have belief in Alshon, but I don't know if the other guys can do anything. Nelly has to step up this game. Well, he has to step up every game, but he has to catch 2 and take it to the house without dropping nothing. And he's just got he's back into his mental crisis where everything, he's just trying to do too much, and it seems like him doing that, he's forcing things instead of letting things come to him. And instead of making the plays, he's not. So, but I think what Doug has to do as far as getting these wide receivers I believe he's gonna call a lot of in routes or a lot of slants, try to get things going, maybe some RPOs, try to get Carson into a rhythm. And like I said, he's just got to get the ball out quick. So Doug has to make sure he calls plays to get the ball out quick. Because with Justin Hunter and Everson Griffin and those guys up front, they're still formidable defensive line. And our offensive line has to be able to make sure that they can keep Carson clean, keep him protected. So, we definitely have the edge in this game, I feel. I just think that we're definitely going to have to take time off the clock. Our defense has to create some pressure, not get some sacks. I believe that Fletcher's going to he's going to cause so much of a disturbance in there, I think, because he's coming along. He's getting back to his old form. And that's going to open up everything for Brandon Graham and Derek Barnett. And if Hassan Ridgeway and Akeem Spence can hold their ground and just make sure everything is stopping the run. We stopped Dalvin Cook, make the Minnesota Vikings one dimension, make them throw, and pressure Kirk Cousins. We all know, once he's got that pressure on him, he doesn't know how to get back out of it. So we just got to make sure we are disciplined, we don't hurt ourselves with penalties, and we just got to make sure we play near perfect, but not, obviously it can't be perfect, but a near perfect game. So our corners have to be on point. Make sure Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen are covered, or at least to where they don't have too many yards after the catch. As soon as they catch it, stop them, or but hopefully they can prevent them from catching that. I look for Rasul to have an interception this game. Rasul has been killing it. He's been one of the top corners in the league. So, shout out to him, and hopefully, the other guys can make some plays. Scandrake, hopefully he can make some plays like he did against the Jets game. Jim Schwartz is going to have to call some of those exotic blitzes. We know he doesn't really like to blitz much, but this year he's blitzed more probably in the last 3 years he's been with us. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover about this. I'll say this too. I've been seeing when we played the Green Bay Packers, there were some Minnesota fans rooting for the Green Bay Packers. Can you believe that? That's so stupid. Why would you root for your rival just to beat a team that kept you from going to the Super Bowl? Yeah, it happened. It happened. You suck. It's not, whose fault is it that you went into the link and got blown the fuck out? Oops, excuse me. Blown the hell out. Excuse my French. You got blown out. But Unlike the Detroit Lions, where they went to the statue and laid their flag out on the statue and stuff, you know, they won the game. You guys did that, and you got skull crushed right on out. You just got moonwalk, dog. Like, as Philly 500 would say, double moonwalk. You know, you got bullied, Brunson bullied. You got all that stuff. I just say that you straight up got your ass whooped. You got whooped. And now we got you rooting for your rival to beat us. And then when that didn't happen, y'all start crying like you always do. The Eagles, they won again. I don't want you to win again. Shut up. Stop. Minnesota Vikings fans, man, I swear, the most crybabiest fan base in the freaking league, man. Stop with the crying. You had your one shot and you blew it. The last time you had a shot to go to the Super Bowl, I think it was, I don't know, 2000 or something like that, when the Falcons beat you by a field goal. You blew it. And that was a Randall Cunningham, I believe. So, I mean, you're just not destined to go. Every time it gets to that point in the playoffs where y'all supposed to show up or get out, y'all end up getting out. So stop. We getting that win today, baby. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Vikings fans, man, like, some of y'all are trip. But if I had to guess the score on this, I'd say it's going to be 31-24 Eagles. All right, so that's my prediction for that, and that's all I'm going to say. So EAGLES, Eagles, and that's what's up. Peace and love.